Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who had the correct gut feelings. Yeah, let's just get right into the video. When I was doing my nursing school prerequisites, I found out I was going to get stuck with a professor that literally everyone hated for AMP2. She did a couple guest lectures in other classes I was in, and I just did not get a good feeling about her at all. Rather than take a class, I decided to transfer out to a different school to finish my AMP requirements. The semester I would have had her, she brought a gun to campus and used it to shoot 6 faculty members during an afternoon meeting. 3 of them died. My micro teacher survived, but he was never the same afterwards. I'm really glad I skipped out on all that. I knew that bitch was crazy. What the heck? She's a professor. Honestly, it's even crazier that this person got the gut feeling that, she looks like someone who would kill people. So apparently she got a PhD from Harvard, and at 21 she shot and killed her 18-year-old brother and was suspected of sending a pipe bomb to her mentor. I used to live in the UWS and ran running at night. I would run from Central Park up a few blocks and down to home. I lived more central south, so it was a good area. One night I felt a bit off, no reason. I always ran this route, so I didn't know why. I thought I was bored, so I ran south before I ran home. The next day when I was walking to the subway, there were flyers asking to identify a Jane Doe who was stabbed the night before on the street I usually run down. Wow, they were just like, I feel like I'm gonna die today. Not today. Honestly though, just trust your gut feeling. It's better to be safe than sorry. A lot of people, they don't trust their gut feeling and they're like, nah, it's alright. That person's not dangerous. It's okay. I don't want to make them feel like they're dangerous. No, but sometimes you gotta. Even if nothing happens, it's better to be safe than sorry. Sucks to be a girl. Walking home at night just means, am I gonna die tonight? Me and my best friend were hanging out at my rural ranch. No cars in the driveway. I'm 21 and he's 18. He's outside the back of the house pretending he's a blacksmith with our shitty homemade charcoal furnace when a truck rolls up into our driveway. At that moment, I knew something was very wrong just from the sound of the vehicle. We got so few visitors that I can identify who is approaching by the sound of their car. It's 3 dudes in a quad cab truck. My buddy approaches the truck, blacksmith hammer in hand. An important fact about my buddy is he also looks like he's 13 years old. At this point, I grab my rifle. Who are they? The driver gets out and he has a semi-automatic in a holster on his hip. I sight in on him between the curtains and window shutters. They claim to be local ranchers selling the meat door to door. If they were local ranchers, they would know that you don't just ignore a no trespassing sign like the one on our gate. They ask my buddy if his parents are home, to which my buddy, thinking, quickly said yes, his father is home and his uncle might want some fresh steaks. He put out his phone and called the cops, to which the men quickly got in the truck and left. I knew none of this. I was just watching the body language of the situation going down through the sights of a rifle ready for them to try something. I'm pretty sure they were here to rob us. Holy, they even had the gun ready. And it is always that line, are your parents home? Pretty much always answer, yes they are. My mother's story. I was taught at 16 I would very much struggle to conceive, if at all, so I was never worried about it. Skip to me at 20, started dating this guy. He was awful, but that's another thing. After 3.5 months of us together, my mother hands me a pregnancy test. She's never done that, and said to just do it because she can't get it out of her head. I pee on the stick. Line comes up almost instantly. Turns out I was just under 3 months pregnant. No symptoms, nothing. Mum had a weird feeling and she was right. Told her next time she has a weird feeling to keep it to herself. Kept the baby, by the way. He recently turned 13. Wow. What the heck? Legit, how do you have a feeling that your kid is pregnant? You know? I just have a weird feeling about you. Like there's something in your belly. Like imagine if you were lying to your mum that you didn't have a boyfriend and that's the feeling she gets about you. Oh my gosh. I work at a small credit union and we have limits for how much we keep in our drawers up front. Anything over the limit needs to be put in the vault. We also have a limit for how much we can have in our drawer at the end of the day. Excess gets sold to the vault. One day a teller left early for the day and sold me her excess cash because the vault teller wasn't available. It was around $7,000 and I'm putting it in my drawer so I can post the adjustment for her selling the cash to me when I see this man walk in and something feels off. Gut feeling tells me something bad is going to happen. I greet the man and he walks up to my window and then stops, puts up a finger like, just a moment please, and walks back out the door. I look at the other teller on the line with me and we both thought that was weird. I decide not to wait and put my excess cash in the vault. I walked to the back and was counting the cash I was putting away when I hear this clattering noise from the teller line and I go back out and I see the man walking out of the building and I ask the teller if he's okay. And he tells me the man had just robbed him. The man passed him a note telling him to give him all the cash he had. The clattering noise was the teller pushing his rolled coin through the window. If he had come to my window, he would have gotten over $7,000. But because he left and I had that gut feeling, he robbed the other teller and only ended up with around $300. To this day, I feel terrible for leaving that teller alone. I didn't do anything against policy by stepping away, but knowing he had to handle that alone made me feel guilty. I mean, even if you were there, you can't really do anything, right? Like, if he has a gun in his hands, the policy is to just give them the money. Oh my gosh. But man, if I was working at a bank, right, every single person I see, I'm gonna be so suspicious of them. Just be judging people up and down. You don't look like you go to the bank often. Why are you here today? My daughter had been discharged from the NICU for about a month. She was almost 3 months old and had to have a special feeding tube and pump and a lot of medications. We all got invited to a birthday party about 2 hours away from my sister-in-law's children, whom we hadn't seen for a very long time. It was also the last time we would see them before they left the state, so it was really special that we traveled to see them. The day came and we are packing everything up to leave when I just felt like I couldn't go with the baby. Something in my gut was telling me that she should not go on this trip. I didn't want my kids to miss out, so my husband took them on the trip and I stayed home with the baby. It turns out there was some horrible car accident on the freeway, with no detours. What should have been a 2-hour trip turned into a 5-hour trip. They missed the party completely. If I had gone with the baby, it would have just been a nightmare since he had to feed her with the machine every 3 hours. I'd never felt so glad that I stayed home. Oh my gosh, nice. See, mommy instincts, you know, she just knows. Honestly though, I wonder how many of us actually listen to our gut feelings. I feel like we don't listen enough. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.